Thank you for tuning in to learn more about some whiteboard ideas. Specifically, I'm going to talk about webjets.io. And what this does is it's a gigantic board, like a Padlet board, except Padlet is more for sticky notes for ideas, more or less, with your classes. But this is more an organization system, really. And so let me show you a little bit about how this all works. So one of the things that you can do when you start out, you start with a plain whiteboard, and then you can add different things. You can add a to-do list, and you just, add this card from down here, and then you can drop a picture, you can drop something in it, you can edit this, you can edit your title saying, this is our list of things to do, or if you're creating a paper and you want to have kids, make sure they do this, this, and this. This is the kind of place where you would put that, something here. And you see here that I created a little bit larger one. The way you would have to edit each of these is to click on the little pencil, and then it comes up with a box that you can type in. So that's kind of how that works. What this really is best for webjets.io in terms of a bulletin board is pulling things off of your drive, not your drive, your own personal computer space. So if you wanted to bring over something like this, you just click and drag and it automatically comes up. And you can make this, you can move it around, you can blow this up, make it smaller, make it bigger. And then this way the kids have this information. And all of these things here are movable. So they all move around and do these kinds of things. Your cards, if you add a card, this could be where you're typing in, their instructions or other information that they need to know for a project. And you can have that, or they can use it also over a certain picture or article that you want them to share. One of these things that is really neat to do is you can go ahead and put a link in here, and then what happens is you will get something like this, and then when they click on it, they go directly to the article. So again, another way to kind of organize materials for the kids. You can drop in a picture, which is what I did here. I downloaded the picture from the Docs Teach website, and if you don't know it and you are a social studies teacher, please go there. It has wonderful resources. But you just drop your picture, you download your picture, and even on a Chromebook, kids can download some things. The memory isn't as expansive as it is on a laptop, but they still can download some things. And then again, they just would drag it up into here and it automatically loads. One of the connections they have automatically is Wikipedia, where you could search Wikipedia, and if, let's say we don't really want to use Wikipedia, we hit remove. Same thing with YouTube. I've done other things in this search for like Oregon Trail, some of this other material. And if I say, oh, let's see which video applies, obviously it would be best to go to YouTube first and really look at the video. But for this case, all I'd have to do is click on it and drag it over, and then I have it there. And so then, do I really want 11 videos? No, but then once I have the one I want, as I showed you, then I can remove it. The other thing you can do on all of these is you can lock certain areas. So if you are sharing this with students and you want them to work, let's say in a group, and you share a different one with each group of students, you can lock your instructions or other things so that they don't end up erasing stuff you don't want them to erase. You can give them a new view of something. You can share it. When you share it, you can invite the kids via email address, and then similar to a doc, you can say they can view or they can edit. Those are your choices. The other thing that you can do is you can publish it, and then when you publish it, it gives you a link, but then that link cannot really be edited. It's just, oh, and actually I just published this. I didn't publish the whole page. And that's the other thing you can do also is you can create one of these for your whole class, and then if you're breaking people up into groups, you can share just the specific parts. So this way they have that. Or if you want to share all of it, same thing. You can share it here or publish it here. So this way they have all of those. This is expansive, so there is more space here than First C. The other thing that I really kind of like about this is there's this section here called Mind Map. And so in the Mind Map, I can drop things into it from my other parts. And then what I can do here is I can, let's see, I want to make it a little smaller here so I can move things around better. And then I can draw lines. So if I want to say this, I want to connect it to this, and I don't know how well you could see. Let me see if I can kind of expand on this here so that you can see my lines a little bit better. And so there we go. And you can do this with, all kinds of things as well. You can add a table here. You can put things in a folder, or you can even create a board, which is just basically the mind map without the lines. So again, just another way to have a whiteboard that that's online, that the kids can interact on, that they can work with. I do like the fact that you can connect, links to this page, but in terms of our use for Google Docs and Google Drive materials, it really doesn't work well unless it's downloaded and uploaded. So that is a drawback of this. But if you'd like to talk about this some more, please let me know. I know that Janelle is also familiar with this, and I know that in general this month we are talking about whiteboards online. So Sue also has some great resources for you too. But thank you for tuning in.